All right, I am back with David Azizi from the law offices of David Azizi, and today we're going to talk about motorcycle accidents. And we just briefly discussed that most states now require a helmet for motorcycle drivers because of the catastrophic injuries. There are a couple states that do not, but the state of California does. And I wanted to ask David, if someone gets into a motorcycle accident, what is the first thing you would suggest they do if it were a road issue or a signage issue or even the negligence of somebody else? What should they do?
Well, to answer your first question, which is yes, California also does require that everybody who rides a motorcycle to have a helmet. It doesn't have to be necessarily a full helmet, but you do have to have at least a half helmet which covers your head. With regards to motorcycle accidents, unfortunately, those, like you stated, tend to be very catastrophic injuries because unlike a vehicle, you don't have anything to cover you, you don't have anything to protect you, and a lot of times it's not a motorcycle versus another motorcycle, it's motorcycle versus truck, motorcycle versus a car, and in those instances, either they cut them off or they make an unsafe lane change where they don't see the motorcyclist and they clip the motorcyclist. And at a high rate of speed, the motorcyclist unfortunately gets catapulted over. So unfortunately, in my experience, it's been a lot of times where the particular motorcyclist had to be taken by ambulance to the hospital. So in those particular cases, we get onto the case. We try to get the CHP police report on behalf of the motorcyclists, make sure that they have insurance, report it to their own insurance company, find out the party that was all at fault, try to get any witnesses that witnessed the motorcycle accident, get their witness statements, because early on it's fresh in the memory, and most of the time it happens where a car doesn't see the motorcyclist in the lane. They're in that blind spot, and they come to make a lane change and just wipe them out. There has been also circumstances which, like you stated, where people are riding on a certain road stretch of the road, which the government has failed to put warning signs or a bend or something of that nature, and unfortunately motorcyclists take a dive. And in that particular circumstance, if there's been enough accidents, you can actually go make a claim against the government. There's certain statutes and time limits that you need to consult an attorney to make sure that you don't lose your time frame to pursue a claim. The other cases that I've had involving motorcyclists is where, for example, a truck or another vehicle will start having radiator problems or have leaks, and they'll start leaking fluid all over the road. And motorcycles, because they're on two wheels, it's a lot more slippery. And if it's a windy road, they're riding down the hill. All of a sudden, they come up upon that fluid or liquid, and then next thing you know, they take a wipeout. And that, again, involves keen investigation by an attorney who's handled cases like that, who can then get into the case and say, okay, we need to find out if there was a vehicle that was towed by CHP or 911 because of some fluid problems or something like that, so you can pinpoint that that was that person's vehicle that caused this particular fluid to get on the roadway, so that you have a chance to go after the party at fault and recover. There's a lot more to it, but that's just in a nutshell what happens in a motorcycle accident and what you should do.
That's very valuable information, and like you said, it is very, very much more in depth than that. I will put the phone number to contact David Azizi or the law offices of David Azizi above, and thank you very much for your time, David.
Thank you.